Here. Oh, where are we going?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right.
That's all right. Well, you can just go into it. We can always cut it wherever. Or you can just interrupt what you're saying, and then you'd be like, guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I wish these smelled better.
Yeah.
These Haribo, the Happy Cola candy, it smells like...
They smell like a storage unit?
It smells like sour laundry or something.
I'm gonna hold on.
Come take a whiff. But they
Sour
taste
laundry?
good. They taste good.
Who's sour laundry?
I don't want to say.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Right?
What does it smell like to you?
It smells like slightly old apple juice.
Something.
Like fermented.
Yeah.
Let me get another
Like
whiff
wine.
of it.
Like almost like a wine or some shit.
It's one of those things that you
soju.
can't stop smelling, though. You're like, you know what I mean?
It's like a weird, like, I feel like it's like rotted apple or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like hooch.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a rotted
But they're
apple.
good. They taste good. So.
Are they? They're not expired, right? You said.
No,
No.
they're not. It's just. Well, you hear my dad yelling at the dogs. Anywho.
He's yelling.
Welcome
They
back.
don't smell bad. They smell just fine.
Welcome back, dogs and cats and you rascals.
Cool cats and kittens.
Yeah. Okay, we are back. How is everybody?
I'm good.
Good.
You doing good?
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing good.
That's good. How are you, Chris?
It was Saturday, right? That I went to that show. I was
Yeah.
telling you about?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The picture is so good.
Yeah, the picture. Yeah, the picture.
Tell
of both of us.
everybody who
Yes.
you got to meet.
You have a lot to say.
So I was like notified probably a week before that the show was happening, and it was a local show. I had seen a band called Waking the Cadaver there recently, and it's called Salty's Bar. There was like a mortician show. It had a bunch of bands on it, like all ass beater bands and stuff. And there was a meet and greet with Dwayne from Basket Case. What the fuck are you doing here?
Amazing.
And a lot of, if you guys have not seen Basket Case, I implore you to watch it alongside of Brain Damage and Frankenhooker.
Yes.
Really great movies. Most of them take place, I believe, in Hoboken. Mm-hmm. So it's not too far off, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure Kevin is actually from. I got to do more research on him and stuff. But he was there. We went to Salty's Bar.
Yeah, I think your clothes might be dry.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
But yeah, dude, it was awesome meeting him. As soon as we got there, we bought tickets and we turned around and I immediately recognized him. Like he was just sitting by himself. The show had just started. People were kind of pouring in, and that was the first thing I did. I had to be like, "Yo, Dwayne," and he's like, "Yeah, dude," and he stood right up. He was so respectful, super down to earth. You know, I got a print from him. It's just a classic from Basket Case 3, like when he re-sews Belial to himself so that they can reunite.
That's awesome.
Because Belial starts to kind of have his own life. And it's interesting because in the first one, Belial, I don't want to give too much away about the movie. Let's just say one of the characters gets a little jealous of the other one, and then in the third one, it's like the opposite kind of switch.
Right.
But
Yeah.
It was amazing meeting him. He
and
was so nice. We got
He
pictures.
gave you a little intel about your girl.
Yes, Patty Mullen of Frankenhooker. Apparently, she's doing well.
Yes.
She's alive and well, and he had seen her recently, I guess, at a con. I know she does horror cons and stuff, but I'm not a big meat guy. Like, I kind of just like the unicorn vibe where, you know,
Admire
Gary
them
Busey
from
walks
afar.
past me.
You did
And that
see
literally,
Gary Busey.
that literally
Yeah.
happened. That's not even a fucking joke.
And but
See, there's a catch.
there's a catch because at that show,
Something.
that con, that's where Gary was a bad boy.
Apparently was getting a little hands-on.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
She came on to me.
Yeah.
That's what he kept saying. I
Yeah.
said, I know, Gary.
Yeah.
Oh,
You've never heard of fly.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, remember the other night when I was calling my dad on break and he was like,
Oh my god. I go up into the office and she goes, "Oh wait, Jess is here. Tell her." And so I just lean in and he just goes, "Gary Busey."
Man.
He's like, "I was gonna tweet something." at you."
What's all this Gary Busey thing? What's going on here? He's gonna post like a video on Twitter that's like fucking.
And is that the ultimate goal, you think, for us? Like, if we got him on the show?
I mean,
That would be incredible.
Even a call in or like a Zoom meeting or something to where he would just make an appearance and just say, like, "You're listening to Coffee
Yeah.
and Scream."
I'll tell you what. I want to
Yes.
play word association very, very badly with him. I'd be like, Peanut, like the first thing that comes to his mind.
Colada.
And he's just like, clone. And I'm like, okay, what's frisbee? And he just goes, frisbee. I'm like, that's the last thing I expected. I did okay.
Like, shit, gotta write that one down.
But if you guys have ever listened to my other show, Wonder Time Theater, twitch.tv/Wonder Time Theater, there's a history of Gary as well.
Right.
Rib, he was messing with the AI stuff, and I do hand drawn art.
Right.
So I'm a little bit of a purist in that regard. I have my issues. And but we did a bunch of just Gary Busey prompts, like Gary Busey eating watermelon, and
Oh my god.
I'm surprised my computer didn't fucking fry from the volume of photos I have. I have a huge
That is so funny.
folder. No, what's this? Oh, it's just my Gary Busey folder. 304 gigs. But yeah, it was great meeting Dwayne, and I hope to meet Patty Mullen one day.
I told you to shoot your shot.
I don't know where Brian is. I got a full clip.
Yeah.
I don't know where Brian is from Brain Damage, but I would of course like to meet him too.
Yeah.
And I love how those two movies, like, there's a scene. Have I showed you this in Brain Damage?
Yes, where he's on like the subway or
He's
something.
on the subway, yeah.
And you see Dwayne.
Dwayne sits down with the basket.
The basket, yeah.
So Basket Case is about, I'll keep it short, it's about a movie where this guy has a son, and his son has a conjoined twin that when they start to grow older, he kind of starts to get weird vibes about the conjoined twin, and the father's very religious. He's like, that thing's the fucking devil. We got to get rid of it. So they have these doctors separate the two, and Dwayne rescues his brother from like the dumpster, and they both run off together, and they run away from home, and then they kind of grow up into now young adults. But the thing is they're kind of going after all the doctors that separated them.
Yeah.
So he essentially is a drifter that's making his way from like hospital to hospital to find the right people. He has to fucking, I guess, sick Belial on him.
I seen
It's amazing.
the one, and they were like, wasn't he like about to hook up with a girl or something? Mm-hmm.
And he was like destroying the room.
Yes.
It was like stop motion.
Yes.
Dude, it's there's so many. Even the part, remember right after the stop motion part when he's actually kind of searching the room, but he looks like he's destroying it.
Yeah.
And then he finds the book bag, and you can see that it's just hands with monster gloves on, like rifling through. That is that. When I saw that, I was like,
love that stuff.
I love shit like that so much. I love. It's not even that it's cheap. It's like, what are you comparing it to that makes it cheap? Fucking Marvel movies with like thousands of people working on one project. Like, of course, that's gonna look like shit compared to that.
For a movie.
I have several, but
No, but
I have
the one,
two very fleshed out ideas.
The one that we've talked about the most, and I try to give you some ideas for. You know,
I know.
Picking up and putting down. Okay.
Yeah, the Battle of the Bands,
that
scenes, and I don't want to give it away.
Don't give it away.
Yeah,
because it's so good and it's gonna happen.
I think it's cute.
I think it's really
I think
cute.
it's got a lot of heart.
I think it could be this generation's like Little Monsters.
But for the people that kind of saw it then too, because like I kind of want at least because in my idea like I kind of want alcohol to be involved and like I kind of want it to reflect like me almost.
But you have to kind of make it. I don't. I can't. You know what? I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give anything away. It was, but we'll talk off.
Let's just say there's not going to be nudity. I'm not trying to go that route.
No.
But I feel like it is a movie for like young adults and adults, and I feel like if your kid is not fucking a serial killer,
right,
and you trust them and they trust you, it's not something you're going to regret showing them. It's not. It's the worst thing you're going to see is someone drinking beer and like using cuss words. You know, that's monster titties would be funny, but they've been done.
My son, he loves like the Friday the 13th game.
Yeah,
which I got for myself. I played a little bit, but
it's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, no. But he was like 8 years old at the time, or 7. I think he was 7. But he like unlocked everything. Like he's like naturally so good.
He's cracked out.
And I'd be like, "Mom, watch this kill," and I'm like, nah, "He might grow up to be."
See,
or might not. I don't know.
What if he's just there for the win? He's there for victory.
He might be, but
what if he just wants glory?
His favorite part of any video game, because I also got him the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game for his birthday, is designing the characters and changing their outfits.
Fashion designer.
Well, he goes, I'll get home and be like, "Mom, do you think this is a cute top? That's a cute top. Like, do you like this? Do you like this? Do you like this?" Like he gets excited over their outfits. So
I do this. Well, it depends on the game. Like if I'm playing
Yeah.
Dark Souls, like I literally won't use armor that suits my needs. I will just use the armor that I think looks dope.
Yeah.
Half the time because I play a certain style that's difficult anyway. Like armor's not. The way I play is like I put all my stuff into my attack and I just a glass cannon. So if I
Yeah.
get hit once, I'm dead. So I'm just dodging the whole fucking time, but I look cool. You know what I'm saying?
I am terrible at video games. I don't really play.
Me
It's-
too. I really only play The Sims 4.
If you've never played video games before, I suggest you play Dark Souls because it's
Maybe.
really easy.
I don't know.
It's
We'll
not.
see.
I like
We'll
to
see.
build.
I like to get stoned and watch The Nanny. Like I'm.
Have you ever played like Minecraft?
I have
my
played
kids
Minecraft.
have. They've tried to show me, and like I've had to break up fights.
But
over
I
them.
cheat a little bit and I build everything in creative mode and then I go in survival and then I play the world in everything that I built in
Do they
creative
look?
mode.
I have done that, but you don't get the achievements. There's probably a
Yeah.
mod where it'll be like you're fine,
Yeah.
but it is fun.
My right butt cheek hurts.
Are you getting
fell.
slowly impaled by the chair?
No, I fell
No.
last night.
Fucking banana peel.
In my room, I have like a wooden it's like a wooden thing like I put has drawers in it and stuff. It's
Dresser.
not a dresser though, but it's shorter, but it's like a bench that has drawers and all
Okay.
stuff. So anyhow,
An ottoman.
yeah, I had my boots out on the side of my bed that I didn't realize were there, and I tripped over it. I went to go get a new vape cartridge, and I tripped, and I went to catch myself, and I fell on my ass into the thing
Oh.
and down.
Oh, no.
So like I have
Did you
a
get like hip toss? Did you flip?
no. I was like almost certain. I'm like I could have broke my arm.
Were
the
you
way I fell.
airborne?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I was airborne.
Yeah, and I was also trying to be so quiet because my house was so quiet. It was like
Yeah.
2:00 in the morning, and I just ate shit in my room.
Yeah.
But I could feel that there's a
Were
bruise.
you okay?
Yeah,
That's good.
I was more. I laughed like to myself. I was like, oh my god, like who?
Jesus Christ.
What a
Get it
Like if I was
together.
70, that would have killed me.
Get it together, Jessica. Yeah,
You gotta be careful.
I need someone to protect me from myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can be like Jake Gyllenhaal's,
Yeah.
highest grossing movie of all time, Bubble
sure,
Boy.
of course.
You ever watch that movie?
No,
Punani. You never seen Bubble Boy?
I'm the only one in the world that has not seen it.
He's an anomaly.
Yeah,
Like, Jake Gyllenhaal
I
is
told
something
you
else.
I don't forgive him.
Yeah.
I
we
told
just
you.
gotta put you
Yeah, I
in,
told you.
we
Yeah.
just gotta put you in like a iron lung contraption type thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just wheel you around
I don't
everywhere.
know.
Yeah.
Or I'll just have to be like Grandpa.
Iron hip.
Or like
Yeah.
I'll be Grandpa Joe in the bed.
Just
like
never leave.
Bring me my vape, kids. Kids,
You run out and then
help
you freak
mommy.
Piper!
Yeah, Piper, come to my house. I need you to do something for me. Can you just go get my vape from my purse?
out. The paper boy, you're like,
It's in the kitchen.
hey, psst, get over here. The
Yeah.
paper boy.
Yeah, I open the
you.
window. I'm like, hey, come here, come here. Hey, imagine how horrifying.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Help.
Yeah, help. Like, are you stuck? Are you trapped? Are you being held hostage? No, I just don't want to get up to get my vape.
No, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Oh, you literally just, I
Yeah.
don't want to get my vape.
I don't just like
Tell
break
me-
into the living room.
Can you fucking imagine?
If you need help, tell me you want pepperoni on your pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone
No.
called me to their house to get the remote, I would go right to the bathroom with it.
And
I'd
do
shove
what?
it up my fucking ass. No, I would flush that motherfucker.
Oh my
I would break it
God.
over my knee.
No, you want to know what I would do?
Fucking flush it.
You want to know what I would do? I would steal exactly one battery out of it, and then I would put
Just
the
one?
backing back on it, so that when they go to like turn the TV on or something, it doesn't work.
Imagine picking it up and putting it back in the same spot. Like that's
Just rearrange the batteries inside.
yeah. You just flip them around.
Yeah.
North and south.
It's like negative and plus.
So yeah, like all the controllers now, they have 2 buttons, like Roku's.
Oh, I can control my TV from my phone.
It used to be like a typewriter. Like there was,
Yeah.
like, who knows?
Well,
what
when
the
I was a
fuck's
kid,
going
I
on
had
in
to
the
get
top
up and
part
go
of the-
press the button on the TV.
My mom's
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
My mom's
The
car.
crank?
She can control her car from her phone now.
Yeah, I don't want to get robots involved in everything I do.
No.
It's
But
like,
anyhow.
I'm telling you, like tinfoil hat. How long until we don't have freedom of movement? We say, listen, we got the roads handled. You don't have to.
I'll
you don't
tell
have
you
to
what,
drive
though.
yourself.
If I can find someone or something or any type of machinery that's gonna fold my laundry for me and put it away, I will sell my
That's so
soul to
true.
Satan.
That is so true.
it's the worst thing ever. Like I could fold it, I don't care, but putting it away, it just me.
Imagine having the money to just never have to wash a shirt.
No, but then again,
That's
I don't
crazy.
want
People
a
that can just-
stranger
they just-
in my house like touching my stuff.
Speaking of
Well, no, you're not
laundry,
even like doing your you just throw them out. You just wear them once and throw them out.
Oh,
Like rich people
no,
shit. Like every
no.
time they run out of gas, they just get a new car. Like that's fucking. I can't imagine.
Like yeah, all your.
By the way,
socks
guys,
are
buy me a
disposable.
coffee.
Yeah. Oh, buy Chris.
Speaking
coffee.
of laundry,
Buy Chris some
I had a
undies.
whole conundrum with that today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, her clothes are nice and fluffed.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
We just hired a new fluffer,
Yeah.
in studio fluffer to keep the show going.
Yeah. It
Swimmingly.
really just keeps everything.
You know,
He really took extra time on my Michael Myers socks.
I bet he did.
Yeah, he said that's his favorite
I
slasher.
almost wore my Michael Myers socks today.
Really?
Almost did.
I don't.
I
Think
have like
any
4
movie
pairs
socks.
of Michael.
don't think I have
I
any
love
movie
fun
socks.
socks. They're like my one.
Me too.
They're
I
like
got black
something I
socks.
always
I have-
buy constantly.
I have socks that look like donuts.
yeah.
Like
They're
the
so
sock
fun.
looks like a donut, or it's
Yeah.
okay. I see
Like
what
it's
you're
rolled up to look
saying. I thought
like
it
a
was in
donut.
the shape of a
Yeah.
donut, and,
And then I also have-
How do you shapes to it? It's like foot binding.
Interesting.
And then I also have socks with like tacos on it, and they have
Sure.
little smiley faces on them.
Well, they got to be smiling.
Yes,
Yeah.
they gotta be so happy. I was just like,
Yeah.
and
I
they
have those
like,
things around my thighs to keep my socks up.
Uh huh.
You ever see those?
Oh, like those old man.
Yeah, where the fuck did all
I
those
don't
go?
know. I don't know.
People, there must have been a real problem with
It's
socks
like
back then.
garters, but
They
for
just kept
like
Yeah,
your calves.
it was like male lingerie.
Mm.
Yeah, because there was a Tim and Eric bit. It was like a fake product called Thox.
Yeah.
It was like a sock thong thing.
Oh.
You ever watch Tim and Eric?
A long time ago.
I was showing Lisa the bit with Peter
You still have
Cetera.
coffee, Piper? My God.
yes, I do.
I haven't even really touched mine.
Well,
But Peter Cetera.
you
was
better
in an
get to
episode.
drinking it.
Mm. No shit.
Yeah, and it's so fucking funny. It's called The Tiny Dancing Man, and then they literally take Ted Danson, and it's a bit where Ted Danson gets shrunk like to probably 3 inches tall,
Aw.
and he's inside a big donut, and Peter Cetera is singing the theme song. I don't know how they swung those two people for fucking Tim and Eric.
Cool.
Yeah, you never seen it, right?
I've never seen that part.
It's all right.
But it's been, when did he die? I don't know. Richard Lewis. You know Richard Lewis?
Sounds really familiar.
You know who he is. Let me show you. He's been on Curb. Like they were
Glasses.
He
Glasses kind of
no,
like slick.
No.
Who am I thinking of?
Wait.
Guy talks like this. He's kind of like has like his.
He was
shoulders
in
down
Robin Hood
low.
Men in Tights. That's where you would know him. He played
The king?
Prince or the king. Yeah.
Get
hang
the
on.
fuck out of here! I didn't
Wait.
even know that was him either.
He and Larry David were best friends. They were actually born like in the same hospital.
No.
He
Wait, can you pass me that?
yeah.
Pepper?
Here. Show that to Chris.
My eyes are going
But he
mad.
died recently, and I was like, oh no! Like on Ted
Oh,
Danson.
dude, it was him.
Yeah,
man.
him-
Oh, he was so fucking. Well, he's
Yes.
still funny.
Yeah, but he and Larry David were like best friends. I remember I'm like I can't watch Curb for a while. It'll just make me sad.
The lady who made the Backyardigans, like that kids
I
animated
saw.
show, she died too.
Yeah,
And I was just like, bruh.
Shit, man.
I know.
I was so sad.
Just wait. Just wait. We're gonna have like
Well,
20 Betty Whites in a day in the next 5 years.
Oh, I was like, I
Who's
thought
here?
nobody. There.
Is it a hearse?
No. Oh no.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who else died. I mean, the guy who created Dragon Ball
Yeah.
and
I
like
heard
Chrono
that.
Trigger and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it
I don't
happens.
know. I've just been having like weird dreams lately too.
Me too.
And, like let's see. I had a dream last night about 2 people I'm friends with on Twitter. Mm-hmm. It was just a weird situation. Like I saw them, whatever. But then I also had a dream that Zac Efron.
Excuse me. Did I hear you correctly?
Zac Efron. I had a dream that he came to my house, and I was standing in the bathroom with him, and I reached my arms out and I gave him a big hug, and I was like, "I'm so proud of you." Like,
Was he crying?
no, he wasn't. But it was like he and I were like best friends. Like to me, he felt like you.
Uh huh.
Like
Oh, so you're saying I'm Zac Efron?
you in my eyes always.
I'm the Iron Claw.
But I said, look, I was like, look at you going from High School Musical to now.
To now.
I was like, I'm so proud of you. But he had his old face. Not the
old
new
face.
one.
No, the new faces.
Not the new one.
So you've seen.
He's not handsome Squidward.
You're seeing his inner monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know why he was. I don't know. I don't know what brought it up.
That's fucking funny.
But Zac Efron, if you're listening, I'm so proud of you.
And he is.
And he is.
Yeah, I think he's got like that sense.
You're
where
still
every time,
very handsome. Just, you know.
That's the worst part about
Just a little
like, being
bit more
famous
artificial
young.
now.
But apparently it was like he broke his jaw or did. I don't know. It's not my business.
No,
but
that was me.
Gary.
No,
Jesus.
Gary.
I don't know.
Gary just gnawed on his jaw for a while. And just,
I mean, one
but
of those
Zac
Coca-Cola.
Efron, I am so proud of you. You're still cute as a button.
He's a sweetie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure he is.
I've been having wild dreams too. I don't remember what they're about. But like I just know like deep in my gut that they're strange and like and like nonsensical and wacky and I don't know. Yeah, wackadoodle.
They're like it's always
time.
places
Mickadoo.
for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I told you I had like that one that was like that could be a movie. Do you remember? Do you remember it took place like a long time ago and
like biblical times?
No, I'm talking like Sleepy Hollow times, like
Okay.
Ichabod Crane times, and
Ichabod Crane times.
yeah. And remember it was like the doctor gave all these women something and they all.
Yes.
That
yeah,
whole, and then
yeah.
I don't want to give that away because I have to work that
Your
out.
Bohemian Grove dream.
It's telling you, it's a moneymaker.
I think I told the story on the show about the fucking kitchen window story.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's
That was fucking something. Yeah.
Do you ever have those feelings too, like before you fall asleep, that your whole body like jumps?
Yes.
yes.
I have that almost every night as I'm trying to fall asleep.
Really?
Do you also have like the falling from a building dreams that like jerk you awake?
No.
Oh my
No,
god.
mine's just my body just.
Like a cartoon.
It's just the unisom starting to work. It's like go bitch, go to sleep.
Maybe
It's like-
sometimes I heard you fall asleep before your body does or some shit.
I don't know. And I also drink iced coffee as I take sleeping medication, so it probably doesn't.
It's like a dream hiccup.
Yeah.
Just went down the wrong pipe. Yeah, the dream went down the wrong pipe.
Yeah.
It's interrupting the circadian rhythm.
Yeah. Well, tonight's topic is pretty fucking gross.
Yeah.
I kept hearing the word gross being thrown around.
Yeah.
Thought talking about me.
It's a very
It's definitely a bad romance.
It is. Can I guess what it is?
yeah.
You can guess what it is.
It's Kurt. Kurt and
No.
the killer herself.
No. Do not.
Hole.
Do
Hole
not.
killed him with a W.
Yeah, no, it is not that story. It is not.
Can I have one more?
You can have another guess.
Sonny and Cher.
No, it is not. It's not
Double
famous.
homicide.
It's not famous people. It's more. I mean, they are kind of famous because of what they do or they did, but it is people that do a certain disgusting thing. So why don't you guess what it is?
Wipe back to front.
Yes.
Hey,
We're talking about urinary tract infections.
yeast. The year of the yeast.
Stop.
Hope
All
you guys
right.
aren't chewing.
Let's see here. Piper, heads or tails for first?
Tails.
Flip a coin.
Oh, it does. I thought you were just saying it.
So you're going first?
Sure.
Okay, so the topic of tonight, which is necrophiliacs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is kind of a
Yup.
bad. Well, it's bad for someone.
It's
Well, I mean, it's not even really bad. It's
They
bad for
don't,
everyone
they're
else.
not giving consent. Like,
No.
it's icky. Don't do that.
That's.
So Piper, why don't you take it away?
Sure.
And a 5, 6, 7, 8.
In 1979, Karen Greenlee was supposed to drive a hearse containing the body of a 33-year-old man to a funeral home. Instead, Greenlee took off with the corpse for a 2-day joyride, transporting it to another county where she had sex with it.
Whoa, she?
She.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Yeah. Greenlee then confessed to her necrophilia in a disturbing letter and was eventually charged and convicted of stealing a hearse and interfering with a funeral. The Karen Greenlee necrophilia case is a tremendous public scandal. She became one of the most famous female necrophiliacs in American history because most necrophiliacs known to be public were male.
Yes, I didn't even know there was any.
Yeah, like the most famous female one. Like how many?
Logically, it's kind of hard to think about how that would work out.
Yeah.
I guess it does.
You just
Formaldehyde stiffens.
does it though?
Well, if not, the rigor mortis.
Yeah, but that doesn't last.
Yeah.
What? It's a
Like it comes and you know what?
Maybe she doesn't need a lot at the time. She's only got 2 days.
Should I get a funeral director to come on to?
Oh my
answer
God.
my questions?
We should like try to cross.
I just have some
this.
questions. That's all.
Yeah, like so if I take how long until it starts to stink?
I'm still trying to get an in to go see an autopsy.
That would be something.
Just because I'm curious for science. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
So, questions of how and why arose during her trial. So, Greenlee gave a very telling interview in which she seemed largely accepting of her attraction to dead bodies. So, she had sex with 20 to 40 bodies. Apparently, the corpse Greenlee stole was just the tip of the iceberg. In her confession, she admitted that she had sex with many other corpses in the past.
Ugh.
She claimed to have made love to anywhere between 20 and 40 bodies over the years before getting caught.
I don't even like to touch their hands.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even like looking at them.
I'm
They
like,
scare me. I'm
no.
like,
What does this picture look like? I can't even speak English. I'm
we'll
like,
show you after.
yeah.
is she?
Here, actually, I'll look up her picture while you keep talking. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
What the
Greenlee was responsible for delivering the body of John Mercer to a cemetery for burial, but instead she ran off with it for 2 days, and then she wrote the 4-page letter confessing her crimes and stuck it into the casket before attempting suicide by overdosing on Tylenol and codeine. In the letter, she lamented that she was cursed with an unnatural desire and confessed she was unsure why she was drawn to corpses. She also referred to herself as a quote-unquote morgue rat.
Ugh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's my new AOL name.
Actually looks like someone I know is
No Chick-fil-A sauce?
Years after her arrest and
Is that Corey
trial...
Feldman? That's Corey Feldman. Corey, get out of there.
I don't
Oh, because now that looks like Paula Dean.
It kind of does. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know which one's actually her.
That's fucking crazy.
Years after her arrest and trial, Karen Greenlee elaborated on her attraction to human bodies. She claimed she found the smell of death very attractive, particularly fresh embalmed corpses. Even seeing blood just oozing from their bodies was arousing to her. She said, when you're on top of a body, it tends to purge blood out of its mouth while you're making passionate love. You'd have to be there, I'd guess.
All right, Piper. All right.
God.
Oh my God.
Greenlee attempted suicide multiple times prior to getting caught with stealing the body of Mercer. After one particular botched attempt, she was living in a halfway house near a funeral home. She would routinely sneak in at night in search of bodies. If she found the bodies unsupervised, she would have sex with the corpses. One night, workers at the funeral home caught her in the act. The workers threatened to call the cops, but Greenlee bolted before they could see her face.
Don't just threaten, do.
Yeah, right?
Like,
I'm going to call the cops.
Green.
You just want me to stop? You don't want to get before I stopped involved?
I would have so many questions.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
First
Skeeter
of all-
Jean. Skeeter.
First of all, who do you think you are? And also,
Like-
how fucking dare you?
I'm right here. I'm alive and kicking.
Ew.
I fuck back.
No, no. I fuck back.
Oh my God.
Pick on someone your own size.
God. Sick bitch.
moved in.
No.
Yeah,
You gotta come
wanna go get a
sugar.
bite? He just walks into the cemetery past you. What the fuck is he gonna eat?
Oh my God.
Alright, I'm sorry, Piper, go.
Greenlee was never caught or charged with any crimes, but an alarm was later installed in the funeral home. She suspects that while the police were indeed called, the workers declined to press the issue as they did not want the bad publicity. Greenlee indicated in interviews that many funeral home workers may harbor an attraction to dead bodies. Inappropriate comments are a common occurrence, and some studies indicate necrophilia fantasies are more common than you would think. Greenlee feels a lot of funeral home workers are likely caught in the act with bodies, but charges are rarely pressed as funeral directors do not want the bad publicity. Despite her 4-page letter in which she confessed to having sex with many corpses over the years, Karen Greenlee was never charged with necrophilia. The reason was that necrophilia was not actually illegal in California at the time.
Does it fucking need to be written down?
I don't.
Do we gotta write it down? We honestly should. If it isn't,
Just open
Jesus
a funeral
Christ.
home and we'll be like, just our slogan will be, "We don't fuck them."
Yeah. That's fucking gold.
I've always wanted.
I'll tell you what. I don't know.
I've always wanted to open a funeral home. I've always wanted to open a funeral home with like the tagline, "You kill them, we grill them."
Yeah.
Oh.
That's like more of crematorium.
That is so fucking dark.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry.
The wink.
I'm sorry.
Come on. I'm bringing my parents'
gotta do like
casket, and then I immediately turn around.
And I'm just like-
fine. Yeah.
You gotta do like
And
the
I'm just
finger
like,
gun.
see, I don't know if that's like they want me to like trust them
Does
or like.
does the wink mean they do? Is
Yeah,
it kind of
are they gonna
Right.
fuck my mom?
Like,
we
are
don't
they
fuck
go-
them? I swear.
You can't. Okay, that was both eyes. Yeah. Don't wait. Don't. You gotta do both. Yeah. No, not separately. She's doing this thing where she blinks the left and then the right, but they're not at the same time. It doesn't count. All right, that's just cross-eyed. All right, now you just cross it. Now you're talking like
do it
fucking
with just
Lego.
one.
That's crazy.
oh my god.
Yeah, I have my eyeballs like
Look at you.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jump out
There's
and
nothing
scare
I
me,
can do
they'll
with
get
my
stuck
eyeballs that is fancy.
I've had
I've no eye play.
enough eye trauma shit throughout my life. I'm scared of like doing
Alright,
cross eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's back to necrophilia.
But instead, she was charged with illegally driving a hearse and interfering with a burial. Greenlee confessed that she was always obsessed with death and felt drawn towards morgues. She used to hold elaborate funerals for her pets and kept a pet cemetery in her backyard. In her small town, the fireman's barbecue was held next to a morgue. While other children were frightened, Greenlee would often enter the morgue to use the bathroom and eagerly explore the building. Apparently, Greenlee came to terms with her necrophilia after her trial. In an interview she gave years after the crime, she claimed that she accepted that she was attracted to corpses. A social worker she saw during her probation was apparently very open-minded and encouraged Greenlee to accept herself. She also sought out online forums and support groups for people who have similar attractions. She stated, "The more I talk to these people, the more I realize that necrophilia makes sense for me. The reason I was having a problem with it was because I couldn't accept myself. I was still trying to live my life by other people's standards. To accept it was peace. These people who are always trying to change me only helped me get myself more in touch with my feelings. I used to go from the therapist's office to the funeral home. It didn't work, folks." Karen Greenlee's relationship with her brothers was severely damaged by her actions. One of her brothers refused to have anything to do with her after the trial.
He refused to die.
Yeah.
No, I ain't fucking dying now.
He said,
I'm living
"Bitch."
forever. Fuck that.
Get an ice pop, bitch.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. You get an ice pop.
I'm sorry.
That's good.
But the other stayed in touch with her, but pressed her for details about the crime she was uncomfortable sharing. The mother of John Recur claimed that she suffered extreme emotional damage due to Greenlee's actions and sued Greenlee for $1 million. The case was eventually settled. The victim's mother was granted $117,000 for general damages. During her trial, Greenlee was compared to Richard Chase. He was a serial killer known as the Vampire Killer who dismembered his victims and drank their blood. Greenlee had actually worked with the bodies of Chase's victims when they were brought into a funeral home for where she once worked. She assisted with the funeral of a couple and their child who had been murdered by Chase. The body of John McCurr, which had been stolen by Greenlee, was exhumed from the California cemetery and moved back to Michigan. On the day this occurred, Greenlee snuck into a field across from the cemetery, and she watched as the body was dug up and then given to another mortician. No one is sure of Karen Greenlee's current location. She apparently regretted the interview she gave years after her trial. She changed her name and disappeared from the public eye. And there is also a picture that she drew that that's like her depiction of necrophilia, and it's a little interesting.
And don't forget to cite your source.
Yeah, the website I used was ranker.com.
I was gonna say, can you imagine if Chris Hansen's ghost just fucking floats in to her banging a corpse? Catches her in the act.
Let me find the
God
drawing she did.
Like, what the hell?
Because it's like very interesting from like a psychological standpoint, just to like look at.
I have so many questions that they're so inappropriate.
Yeah. Let's rapid fire while she's finding this.
No, like
what? Yeah, some questions, because I got some too. We could go question for question. I might not have answers.
I don't,
because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking of doing?
Here it is.
I'm thinking of going to a morgue and pretending to be dead.
Yeah.
And hoping some.
She's like, why is he so warm?
Some
though?
trim comes in, you know.
No.
Yeah. No.
Is that a beard? That looks like Jesus?
It's like supposed to be like a woman or whatever.
Yeah, but they don't
a bearded
do that.
woman.
Yeah.
They don't. Show Chris.
They mean they exist.
It looks like Jesus.
Let me see this. I swear to God, from far away, if you squint your eyes, it looks like Angus Young doing the knee slide from AC/DC. If you squint your eyes, it looks like, right?
Yeah.
And he's got the hair back. So it's like
gnarly.
It's like a Grim Reaper fondling a female Jesus in a shed.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I kind of like this piece. Like, I think this is very cryptic.
Like that's like the thing about a lot of like people who do fucked up shit like that when they make art and everything, because like John Wayne Gacy's paintings, like he's a terrible person, but his like art is very interesting.
Oh, yeah. R. Kelly's music.
Like his art style is very like strange and like off-putting, and I think that's because I know the context of what he did and everything.
And just his thought process, yeah, like where his head was when he was making this stuff.
But like knowing what he did and then like seeing all the bright colors in John Wayne Gacy's paintings from when he was in jail is
contrast.
Like it's like a very jarring contrast.
Well, even the way he drew his face makeup,
like
was
drew
pointed, and they said like clowns aren't supposed to have
he
pointed.
drew his clown makeup to scare children.
Like, what if he just was an artist so passionate that he decided to just kill a bunch of people? So when we go look at his art, we feel a certain way.
Yeah, I don't. Think so.
He's like the Picasso. No, I think he's cool. I think he's cool now. I think I look up to that.
There was an old assistant manager I used to work with a long time ago who collected serial killer memorabilia. She had some paintings that he made, which I'm like, ew.
Yeah, it's cryptic.
Like, that's,
I understand the appeal.
I understand like wanting to see it. But
I don't think it should be in your house.
It should not be in your house. It's
because it's like an energy thing, man. Like, if you want to be hippie about it, you don't want that kind of shit in your fucking abode, your humble abode.
She was an odd one anyway.
Because there's definitely like a difference of like morbid curiosity and going to look it up and then like actually owning it.
Yeah, like just put it in like a museum, because that's a neutral environment where no one really that I know of. I mean, maybe the statues come to life at night.
Yeah,
but no one lives there that I know of.
Night at the museum,
right.
shit.
Let's get into mine.
Oh God, is this a different story?
This is a different story, same theme.
Shit, so she just disappeared in the night. Essentially,
maybe
she got off, and then
I don't know. Is she? Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah, no one knows about her location.
Okay, I will be talking about a man named David Fuller. Okay, in 1987, the English town of Tunbridge Wells, Kent, was shaken by two horrific murders that occurred just months apart. An unknown assailant had attacked two young women at their studio apartments, strangled and bludgeoned them to death, and sexually assaulted them. For decades, investigators were baffled by who might have committed the bedsit murders, until 2020, when DNA analysis finally led them to David Fuller. Those who knew Fuller were stunned to learn that he was the man behind these brutal murders. At the age of 67, David Fuller was living a quiet life in a quaint cul-de-sac in Heathfield, East Sussex, A father of 4 who dabbled in innocent hobbies like bird watching and cycling, Fuller was described as a friendly and helpful employee at the hospital where he worked as an electrician. But that wasn't the only shocking revelation in the case. Soon, police searching David Fuller's Sussex home came across a horde of disturbing images that showed Fuller sexually abusing the corpses of 100 women and children at the hospitals where he worked. I seen the body cam footage on YouTube today. They're like, why does that person look dead? Because they were.
Fuck, dude.
There's
Yeah.
body cam footage of
Yeah.
this shit?
Yeah. This is the story of David Fuller, the depraved killer who became known as the Morgue Monster. David Fuller was born September 4th, 1954, and grew up in Portsmouth on the south coast of England. As an adult, he worked as an electrician at multiple different hospitals around Kent and Sussex, was married 3 times, and had 4 children from his different marriages. Known as a hard worker and friendly staff member at the hospitals he worked at, Fuller seemed to be an ordinary man living a quiet life, enjoying innocent hobbies like cycling, bird watching, and photography. But there were early hints that something darker was brewing beneath the surface. In 1973 and 1977, Fuller was convicted of a series of home burglaries referred to as creeper burglaries, in which he broke into houses through rear windows, but he never served jail time. Or got vapes for people. In 1987, 25-year-old Wendy Nell was living alone in Tunbridge Wells, Kent. The BBC reports that she had recently moved there after a failed marriage. Nell was independent, hardworking, and hoped to have children someday. She first crossed paths with David Fuller while working as a manager of a Super Snaps photo store, where Fuller was an avid photographer, often took his photos to be developed, according to the Evening Standard. Mm-hmm. Then, on June 23rd, 1987, Nell was found dead in her bed, naked and covered in blood. Detectives determined that she had been sexually assaulted, possibly after she was already dead. Just a few months later, Kent was rocked by another terrifying murder. Caroline Pierce, 20, had also lived alone in Tunbridge Wells. Excuse me. She worked at Buster Brown's, a local restaurant, and later entries in Fuller's diary would reveal Fuller had visited the exact restaurant a number of times. On November 24th, 1987, neighbors reported hearing screams just outside the front door of Pierce's apartment building. She was found dead in a ditch 3 weeks later, nearly 40 miles from her home, wearing only a pair of tights. Mm-mm. Her injuries were similar to Nell's, leading police to suspect a double homicide by the same perpetrator. Mm-mm. Because both women had lived in bedsits or studio apartments in Tunbridge Wells, the crimes were soon dubbed the bedsit murders. For years, the perpetrator got away with it, but DNA he had left behind would be his downfall decades later. In 2007, detectives reached a breakthrough in the bedsit murders case thanks to improvements in DNA technology. After reviewing DNA found at both crime scenes, they were able to create a DNA profile for the perpetrator, making it easier to narrow down suspects. One day, someone's going to ring the door and say, "We've caught him," Wendy Nell's father told the BBC at the time. And there will be a celebration. By God, there will be, especially if he goes down for a very, very long time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes down, right?
Stop it.
Stop it.
I don't know. I've never heard of this guy.
In the years that
Not
followed,
funny.
oh God, further developments in technology made it easier for detectives to not only extract DNA, but to match it using familiar DNA, which allows investigators to determine whether someone else in their database is related to an individual whose DNA was extracted from a crime scene. In 2020, detectives found someone whose DNA was a close partial match to the bedsit murders and lived near where the crimes took place, one of David Fuller's siblings.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
2020?
In 2020.
And they were like around 87, you said?
The crimes took place in 87.
Yeah, okay.
So in 2020.
All in
that's
1
when-
year?
Yeah. Police had closed in on David Fuller at last. On December 3rd, 2020, LBC reports police arrived at the quiet cul-de-sac in Heathfield, East Sussex, where Fuller was living, with his third wife and a teenage son, and arrested him for the murders of Wendy Nell and Caroline Pierce. Mm-hmm. Kent police sampled Fuller's DNA, and it matched DNA from semen extracted from Pierce's tights. They also searched his Sussex home and found even more evidence implicating him in the crimes, including diary entries and Supa Snap's photo sleeves connecting him to the murdered women, and a photo of Fuller in which the soles of his shoes match a print left at the scene of Nell's murder. More than 30 years after Wendy Nell and Caroline Pierce were murdered, it seemed their killer would finally be brought to justice. But that wasn't all police found in Fuller's home. After Fuller's arrest, the detectives came across a library of unimaginable sexual depravity in the form of a horde of printed photographs and thousands of USBs and floppy disks. Do you know what floppy disks are, Piper?
Of course I do.
Okay.
I was like, the suspense. I was like, come on.
All full of photos and videos depicting sexual abuse, including child pornography. Ugh, God, disgusting.
Skeeter.
Police found a whopping 4 million disturbing images of this kind.
Wait,
4 million. 4 million pictures.
Dude, I don't have 4 million of anything.
No.
Like, that's like he was trying to get caught, dude. Like, he probably was I'm too pussy to fucking kill himself.
I don't know.
So he's probably like, maybe I can go to prison and someone will kill me for me.
That's like insane, though. It's like Chris said, I don't even have 4 million of anything.
Listen,
it's like almost
the
insane.
4 million pictures are came from the internet. They weren't ones he's taken.
No, I know that, but
he
just
just-
the archive
yeah, but
of
even
that.
to have-
That's still like
Yeah.
That's like habitual
Nuts.
daily
Oh, yeah.
fucking scouting and saving.
yeah.
Yes.
That's exhausting.
That's like probably like fucking like 50 hours of screen time a week.
if let's say if you turn that into a movie at 60 frames a second, 4 million images. How fucking long? Someone do the math. How the fuck long would that be in terms of footage?
Probably hours.
That's like probably
Hours.
hundreds of hours. I mean 65. That's a lot of
I don't
fucking
know.
images.
like maybe
Floppy like that's
floppy disks.
I
So
will
this-
confess
this
though,
hobby-
insane.
I
His
will
hobby
confess,
goes
though,
way back in the day. Yeah.
that the only reason I know what a floppy disk is from the BTK case.
Oh, that idiot.
But
You can't track where this came from, right? No, not at all. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Was he a hoarder?
fucking
Like,
BTK?
No, this guy.
Oh, this guy, maybe.
Because like
Well,
that sounds like just. I mean, like I'm guessing it was just like
Habitual, just
bins everywhere.
Yeah.
like he looks like he's in a fucking office or some shit.
Those were his treasures, I guess. I don't know.
They walk in, it's just Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Yeah. All right.
Themed.
But then detectives came across a collection of horrifying images Fuller had taken himself. Are these ones he's taken? One officer asked at a time. Reported by the LBC. Why do they look dead? Another officer said. The images showed Fuller sexually abusing the corpses of dozens of women and girls at hospitals Fuller had worked at from 1989 until his 2020 arrest.
So he didn't even slow down.
No. No. He only killed 2, but
But I mean, hey,
yeah.
there's already food on the table.
Oh God.
You know, think about it.
Nope.
Like why coca? Well, yeah.
Nope.
You know what I'm trying to say.
I get it. I get what you're.
They're already there.
Waste not, want not.
And he probably convinced himself. He's like, well, at least I'm not like killing them.
That's
Like just fucking shit. These and I mean,
I couldn't
watching
even
Skeeter
imagine.
Jean for 10 minutes will let you see the fucking mental gymnastics people
Yeah.
put themselves through to try to mitigate shame of all
police.
things.
Police soon found that as an electrician, Fuller had a key card access to the hospital's morgues, where he could let himself in after the hospital staff had gone home. Fuller also knew where security cameras were and could perform these acts out of their line of sight, but fatefully recorded them on his own camera. Mm-hmm. The police also found a black book in which they said he wrote down his victims' names. Some victims, it appeared, he visited repeatedly. Soon the shocking evidence, paired with the evidence Fuller had committed the bedsit murders, painted a picture of a man obsessed with abuse, rape, murder, and necrophilia. I'm not insane, Fuller told officers during an interview. I may have some sort of residual personality problems, but, I've gone a completely almost Christian life and the deadliest life altogether at the same time with no crossovers. It's just 2 different personalities. Mm-mm. Yeah, no.
So split.
I guess.
How would James McAvoy do that?
We don't talk ill of James McAvoy.
We don't. He's wanted,
There's so much to unpack.
I know he is. He definitely is.
Shit.
There is so much to unpack in that sentence. I won't go into detail because like I'm gonna get very political if I do.
Yeah, let's not.
But it's just like, oh no.
Okay. Initially, David Fuller denied that he was responsible for the bedsit murders, claiming diminished responsibility due to an unstable mental state. On the fourth day of his trial, however, he switched to plead guilty as the evidence against him stacked up. Well, yeah. In December 2021, Fuller was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole for the murders of Wendy Nell and Caroline Pierce. He was given an additional 12 years for the mortuary crimes. Only 12 years.
That's fucking
Slap on the wrist.
terrible.
That's, well, I guess, like, you're not getting out ever anyway, so it's just, but you should get, no, I don't know. After the conviction, investigators managed to identify at least 101 mortuary victims, ranging in age from children below 18 to women up to 100 years old. So he didn't have a type. He just... Yeah. During his sentencing hearing, the mother of one of these victims, a 9-year-old girl, oh God, addressed Fuller directly. "You raped my baby," she said, according to the Daily Mail. She couldn't say no to the dirty 66-year-old man who was abusing her body. "I feel guilty. I left her there. I will not enjoy my life again. This unnatural sick pain I will never get over." Like, the poor mom, like,
Jesus Christ, man.
I couldn't even imagine. Like, no.
I don't know. I feel like if like my loved one's like body was like messed with like that, like don't tell me.
Yeah.
Like because that's gonna be the last thing I have like as a memory of that person.
I love
and it's like don't
when
tell me.
like
Yeah,
victims'
one of those
families,
bad,
not
man.
only do they like address these people and but when they snap and just lunge at these people,
yeah.
I'm like, oh hell yeah.
I love a good courtroom compilation.
Yeah.
Same. Like when that
Fights.
one victim's sister at Jeffrey Dahmer's trial,
That is
"I hate you, Jeffrey." That's just like, oh my God.
what a bad bitch.
All right, but the judge had similarly harsh words for David Fuller, the monster in the morgue. "You became a vulture," she said, "picking your victims from among the dead within the hidden world of the hospital mortuaries, which you were free to inhabit simply because you had a swipe card. The depravity of what you did reveals your conscience is seared." After reading about David Fuller, the morgue and the monster, read about blah, 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 blah. Okay. And that is the story of David Fuller.
No, thank you.
My article comes from ATI by Maggie Donahue. And, ugh, God, what a creep. There are so many, like, YouTube videos on him. I know his confessions on there, his, police interviews, and some body cam footage of them going through his house. It's just so disgusting. I cannot even wrap my brain around it.
There's like no need for it.
It's
Yeah.
like fucking demonic.
You
Like,
know
I'm
what?
just thinking of Jeepers Creepers right now. I'm just like, this fucking...
I want
It's just
put
it's
me.
like,
what is
the
like
fuck, man?
the Viking funeral where like they shoot
Funeral pyre where they shoot it with
Yeah, just
fire
do that.
arrows?
Do that.
Yeah.
I don't want
Just
anyone.
like
No.
Yeah.
just like cremate me.
Well, I want that. I want to be cremated and then
Dump my ashes in the water.
No. I want to be cremated and then that box get buried into the ground. Mm-hmm. Because I don't want to think of like bugs on me and all that. Like, this is gonna get like morbid.
I think they
but
should
I
hang
still
me
want
from
a
a
place. I still want a place where people
I'll tell
can
you.
come.
I didn't get to finish.
Oh my God.
That's not what I meant.
No. I tell her your funeral, what you want.
Oh, well, I was going to say, if I don't want you to like cremate me. I mean, you can if you want, but I said you should tie me from a rope, like right above a trap door, and then all the necrophiliacs will like come and try to get me, and then they fall right into a trap.
Yeah.
And then you can bust them. You can put them all in the same handcuffs.
Oh, like kind of like bait them.
Yeah, they're not bait them.
You're baiting them.
And don't do that. Don't do that hand motion.
You're baiting them.
That's not baiting. What is that?
You know what that is.
What kind of animal is that for?
You know what that is.
I don't know what that is. I'm not a necro.
Necro.
I'm not an iliac.
You're not.
Apostrophe iliac.
Jesus
I'm not a
Christ.
celiac.
Yeah.
Gluten free.
I can only eat dead people. If they're alive, I get sick. I can't digest living tissue.
No, thank you.
Gross.
But my one funeral, Oh, the
Can I be the one that twists like the thing?
Can we?
Oh, like
can
the
we
Jack in the Box
Wait,
shit.
just listen. Go ahead.
like, can we get you like suited with like a hunchback, like kind of like a riffraff from Rocky Horror?
Well, if we're old, I'll probably be hunchback by then
Yeah, it might
because
work.
like I
Yeah.
slouch a lot.
Yeah, just keep slash a little bit more.
Yeah,
While you
really?
do the show. Oh, yeah, I'll keep.
Okay.
You know how people tell you to stand up straight?
Yeah.
No, no.
Don't.
I need that for later.
Okay. I'll work on it. I'll do my best.
Yeah. So I was thinking like, we have the parlor, right? Is that what it's called? The funeral home.
Sure.
There it goes.
Oh no.
And
no.
so, everyone goes in, they sit down, everyone's like greetings,
Yes.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Real somber.
Everyone sits down, there's a bunch of chairs, people are shaking hands, people are hugging, everyone's wearing a pea coat for some reason.
Yeah.
Funerals, like everyone loves pea coats. And
I'll be wearing fur.
everyone's okay.
Faux fur.
like a
not a
Liberace.
monster. Yeah.
Like so flashy, like wearing white at a wedding that's not yours.
Glitter for days.
So everyone's like looking around, my mom's batting her eyes with the
Sure.
tissue.
Yeah.
And they're like, where's the coffin? What's going on? And then you hear as this hunchback slowly pushes in this big box into the front of the class.
Right.
In front of the class.
Which has a crank on it.
Yes.
And there's dead silence. Everyone sits down, everyone gets in the position. He starts cranking it. Right?
Yeah.
I should probably add that in the
Yeah.
post. And then before the finale, I fucking spring out. You guys can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm in like a Y-shaped fashion, and I'm guessing they would probably like fuse my bones together,
We'll
so
figure
that
it out.
because I want to kind of be like I'm like hugging you from beyond the grave, and I'm like
Are
surprise.
you gonna touch the person that I punched the mic?
Let's just say it's gonna look like you're at a 3D movie,
Okay.
and it's gonna be like you're gonna think you can touch me,
Right.
But right before, when you try to touch me, I'm right back.
Okay.
then I
you
come
just
back for round
flop
2.
Over.
So I'm gonna be springing out of this this box like a can of snakes. Remember
Yeah.
those like peanuts?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that. He pops the lid off, and my mom flies back in the chair. Her shoe goes
I
flying.
wonder how many people would drop dead at your funeral.
The gasp. I would do that for the gasp alone. You ever hear the sound of like 30 people or 100 people? As if it's only gonna be 30 at my funeral.
Yeah.
But yeah, just 1,000 people gasping at the same time is perfect.
Oh god.
But yeah, and
That was a good one.
it's my death. Like let me.
You do you, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do what you want to do.
What's another thing I could do? Maybe they can like stand me and like put me in a couch like a John Wayne get up and have me leaning against the wall.
Maybe.
I think that's pretty cool.
Well, maybe they could put you in like a cannon and like blast you
Shoot me into a second cannon. And they just keep
back and forth until
forever.
there's nothing left.
Yeah, until I fall apart. I just fucking start to disintegrate.
Yes.
It's monkey in the middle. Whoever catches Chris dies next.
I think they should I don't know, something that brings the community together. Like maybe we could do a thing where we get
Can I take chunks of you and put in like Roman candles and we could just shoot it at each
we
other?
could. I said maybe there should be like a slingshot off. Like everyone gets one of my body parts, and then whoever can build with their team.
I
the
call
best
your big
slingshot.
toe.
No, it's gonna be a full limb.
Oh,
Big
full
toe's not gonna
limb.
go that far.
Want to bet?
No, because then you'd have to cut toe-sized pieces out of my whole body. It'd be like
That's
ankle, it'd be like half
crazy.
ankle.
All right.
know?
All right.
I think maybe like 4 legs,
4 legs.
4 legs, 6 arms, my head,
Oh, your head
and my
would be
butt.
a fun one.
Yeah, we're gonna launch my ass the fucking furthest.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna die.
Not ever.
Not after these stories. I'm
No.
motherfucker. I'm gonna
Make sure you always stay nice and
trim,
groomed. Always look your
No,
best.
Yeah, but that's my thing. If I look the best, what happens if I?
Well, if they're gonna do it anyway, you might
That's
as
a good
well.
point.
You don't
That's a
want to.
good point.
Like, what if you die with dirty undies on or something?
See, they say you're
and
not
you're
gonna-
like,
Yeah. What's there into that? I mean, they buy that shit in
They-
Japan.
do.
There's vending machines for
they
that shit.
do.
I've seen.
I've
never been. I've never been. to Japan.
smelled.
Not yet. No.
Ew.
I'm broke, so I'm smelling the keyhole. I'm smelling the coin
Lost
slot
it.
of the fucking vending machine.
I'm gonna fucking puke.
Why?
That's disgusting.
Well, I'm not. Hey,
Okay.
I'm not buying them. I ain't buying the cow. Fuck that. Shit.
Okay.
I already spent my money on the root beer, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't see the vending machine next to it. It's like, that was my last $2.
I've always said that as a joke, but I've always said that at my funeral when I die, they're gonna take the casket. No, they're gonna take the bouquet off my casket and throw it into the audience, and whoever catches it is gonna be the one to die next.
I like that.
They should play musical chairs, and whoever loses can't sit there for the funeral. They have to leave. They fucking leave. See you later. All dressed up just to get sent home.
No, they have to stand next to it and just hold the person's hand the whole time.
No,
just
no,
They have to hold my eyes open. They have to, they make like bunny ears above my forehead. They pull my eyes up.
They put these contact lenses like in your eyes, like with spikes on it to keep your eyes shut.
Oh,
It's
like two little analog sticks.
It looks like it's their eye caps, and it has like spikes on the outside to grip
Like
onto your
like punk rock spikes.
not like studs,
Like Hot
not like
Topic stud.
yeah. But I watch like a lot of like mortuary shit on like
Like
TikTok.
Dr. G.
No,
You ever watch Dr. G,
TikTok.
Medical Examiner?
I have.
Yeah,
it's like
Interesting.
it's fucking I used to watch that with my mom. Fucking all the
Which
time.
yeah, my stupid ass was like, oh my god, they're actually showing the people, but like
I
they're
was like,
not.
Oh my god, that's a leg.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're done.
Yeah.
I think we're all gonna have some weird dreams tonight.
You have to do
Yeah.
the story. I'm kind of hungry.
Well, do you want
Okay.
to try a whatchamacallit bar?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is my favorite candy bar.
Not a sponsor, so you know it's genuine. We spent our own money on this. This is
Come over
this
here.
is some real shit.
Get over here. Have you ever had one?
no.
Break off a chunk. You can take a big one. Go ahead. Really, take a nice healthy.
I don't have my knife on me.
There we go.
There we go.
Break me off a little piece of that.
May I just?
Try to just bite it.
You can just bite it if you want to.
All right. So what I'm looking at here, guys, it's probably about
It's my
about a centimeter round chocolate. Inside looks like a Rice Krispie treat. What is it again?
It is kind of like a Rice Krispie treat, but it has like caramel and peanut butter. And
That's good.
Yeah. What do you think?
Oh yeah.
Like the best one, right? Like it kicks a Take Five's ass.
And it gets like melty.
Yeah.
It like starts to like melt here.
You know what? You can have it.
You know why, Mark?
Because I think the joy of watching you try it for the first time it's everything I could have wanted.
It's like Christmas morning.
It
for
kind
both
of is.
of us.
And I also have like the Golden Graham s'mores bars in my snack drawer.
Yeah, bubble
So-
guts.
So I have enough.
Is it too late? Is it too late to tell you I have a peanut
Sure.
butter allergy?
Shut the fuck up.
I don't. I'm kidding.
I was gonna say Piper.
Allergic to me. Uncle Peanut.
Okay.
This is good.
Well, let's see. If you're not doing so already, please subscribe to us on either Apple, Spotify, or YouTube. You could find us over at buymeacoffee.com/coffeescream if you'd like to support the show. All of that is going to new equipment. We are also on Twitter at CScreamPod. That's C the letter Scream Pod. I am at It's Just G. That's Jess with one S. Right now I'm in Twitter jail because I said something mean to somebody.
You said something funny.
I
They
said something
deserved
funny.
it.
They were being a bigot, and I told them to eat something they wouldn't like. Anywho,
They were a small git.
I was immediately smacked. So I will be back later on Twitter, and I'm gonna post with a vengeance.
Hell yeah.
I looked real cute today, and I couldn't share it with the world.
You can post from my account. Boost my numbers.
I should.
They're like, hello, this is Chris. I am Chris. Hi. Hello, this is Jess. Coffee and Scream. Welcome. Hi.
As soon as I mentioned,
They're like, I think this kid
as soon
Chris
as I
is a little on
mention
this.
Twizzlers, they'll immediately be like, "Oh, that's Jess. She's
Yeah. Well, no, if you mention cherry Twizzlers,
cherry Twizzlers." Always, I have them.
The
I
ongoing
actually
meta.
never opened them.
they grow on me. Those little nibs you bought.
Yeah,
you got,
they're
I ate
amazing.
the whole thing.
They're so good.
I ate that whole bag.
You could also email us at coffeeandscreampodcast@gmail.com if you have any case suggestions. The keyword for this episode is popsicle.
Yes.
Popsicle.
If
Ooh,
you-
that's appropriate.
It's appropriate.
And we are also on Instagram at Coffee and Scream Pod, and my personal is Piper A04 if you'd like to follow me there.
And you can find our Christopher every Tuesday on Twitch at
Twitch.tv/110 Peter.
yes, please make sure.
/ whatchamacallit. Just
Well,
kidding.
just-
I was like trying to like
Yes.
rush chew so I could
I know,
say
I
it.
know. I apologize. But I think that'll do it for us this week. We'll be back next week with, I don't even know what we're going to do yet. We'll see. It's
The
a
weather.
surprise. Okay.
figure it
Well,
out.
lock your doors and stay safe. Bye.
Bye.
Good job, you creeps.
Hell yeah.